YC from Founders Fortune. Thanks for tuning back in. Today we have a special guest in the building, Waddah from 2BiteReviews. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for that intro, bro.
Been up to lately?
Honestly, it's been a little busy, but alhamdulillah, it's good. During Ramadan, we try to do a series. We did it last year. We ran it back this year and just been busy with that.
Okay, nice. So talk to me about the series. What are you guys promoting during the Ramadan special?
Honestly, the way I came up with it is we try to hit up restaurants. We try to get deals for people in the city and to just give back to either the people that are regular customers at your stores or people that haven't come out to your store. They might have like a reason to come out and try. So we try to either get a discount for like a percentage and we run it for the month until, like from the day that we post the video till the end of Ramadan, or we do giveaways, whichever the restaurant feels they're comfortable with. We will go with
nice.
that. Yeah.
And when do you guys usually present the giveaway? Is it like after iftar, I'm assuming, or is it during the fasting day? Like how do you guys do the promo for that?
This year we were actually planning to film earlier than Ramadan.
Okay.
To kickstart things, but scheduling didn't work out. So what we do is we film before iftar. It's a bit tough, but I will never complain about it because it's part of the job and I love it.
How's the reviews page and even all your activities been during the month of Ramadan so far, or even in the past Ramadans? Like, how do you coordinate that? Are you like on a program for iftar, promoting people's iftar? Do you do people's suhoor? Like how does that work?
So I know my page is called 2BiteReviews, but during Ramadan we actually don't do reviews. The point is to just promote restaurants, get people excited about trying new places, or just the places that they do love already and they go to, they have a discount or a giveaway back to them. Yeah, but we don't really do reviews. We more just showcase.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you're just switching it up a little bit for the holy month.
Exactly, yeah, because we, like I said, because reviews, by the way, sometimes good or bad, they will either help or take away from a restaurant. I'm not saying I'm that big to have that kind of influence, but we just try to give back in the way that, like, you guys can come out, try these. We give you the discount so that you have a reason to come out and try it. Even if you don't like the food, you're not like, it shouldn't be a terrible experience just because you're already getting a discount or a giveaway. So we try to break it in that way, for people. So it's not too bad. And in terms of scheduling, alhamdulillah, the way it works is because we ran it last year, we contacted a few restaurants to start the thing. And then as soon as we start posting, a lot of restaurants start to see the program and they just, they reach out to us and be like, we'd like to join in on the series.
I want to dive in a little bit about like the history, about how you kind of got into doing food reviews, where your journey started. Where did it all begin?
I think like most people that are on socials in the last few years was because of COVID. I used to record these videos and just like send them to like my boys.
Okay.
And I think my cousin Aslan has a video of like me saying something that I never posted. It was like offline. This was just like a review that I did for the boys.
Okay.
And I never posted it. This was before I started the page. And the boys always like, yo, why don't you just start a page and just see what happens, So I start one. It was during COVID times. And then I just posted. I never was like serious about it. I just posted, not on a schedule, just whenever I wanted to. And then like maybe a couple of years ago, I was like, maybe take it a bit more serious. So I started to like try to post more frequent.
Okay.
And, alhamdulillah, you start seeing results. The more work and effort that you put into something, the more results you'll see.
So would you say it was the consistency factor that's the only thing that you might have changed from the times that you were doing it for fun? Or would you say you started putting more quality and efforts into like like maybe your scripts, maybe like the video quality, you know what I mean? Like what are some things that you switched up?
So most of my videos, by the way, are not scripted. Like especially the reviews, we don't really script for a review. we try to get like an idea of what we want to say, especially if like let's say if it's a promotional video, and if we're promoting something for a business or they have a new item, we ask certain facts about that item and then we build something around it. But majority of them are not scripted. Now during Ramadan, we do scripted videos because it's usually like promoting a business and just saying what they have to offer. So those you can like build a script for and go off of that.
I seen one of them. I really liked the hockey one.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, I think that was that for Crumble?
So we did 2 of those style videos, and we're
Yeah.
trying to do more of them. We're just trying to make it in a way where we can actually perfect the way that we film it to bring out the best quality and the most amount of views that we can get.
Okay.
And what we're doing to do those is we started with athletes. So the video you're talking about is with a girl named Nasreen. She plays for Team Lebanon.
Okay, nice.
And she's not a unfamiliar face. She's on socials. She actually does a lot of work with Shawarma Palace, Crumble, and
That was for Palace then? Was it?
so it was for Palace. That
The other one was for Crumble. There was like
Yes.
you did like a running one.
that was a track star.
Yeah.
She's a friend from high school.
Okay, nice.
She competes, and I reached out to her. I was like, I think we can do like a nice video between us and Crumble.
Okay,
And
nice.
yeah, we're trying to introduce the series of doing competitions, so we can have something where, we put brands. It's like indirect marketing in a way because you do competitions and then you plug in the brand that's actually sponsoring or promoting the video.
So I have an interesting question for you. Is it part of the marketing for you to try to eat the cookie before the race finishes?
Yeah.
Or is that something that you would maybe expect someone to finish the cookie before like they complete that amount of distance?
Well, we like it started from curiosity. We were actually curious to see if somebody can finish a crumble cookie, in the same time that somebody would run 100 meters. That was the original video. Thing is, we had to bring it down to 50 or 60 meters, just because she was off season and we didn't want to hurt her as like an athlete because she does compete.
Okay, okay,
So,
fair enough.
Yeah,
That
we
makes
went
sense.
by just shortening the distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's too quick. Either way, like there was no way I was gonna finish a crumble
Yeah.
cookie in that time.
I guess physics wise, it just didn't make sense.
It doesn't. No, not at all. Maybe I'll get somebody else to try it. Maybe there's somebody that can like eat faster than I can.
Yeah.
But she is pretty quick, so it's gonna be hard to beat her.
Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't like the food while you were doing the review and like it was awkward for you? Like, how does that work? If you don't like the food, do you still put out the video?
So this is my take on when it comes to food is very subjective. I can go and you can go to the same restaurant. We can order the same dish. I won't like it. You will like it. My thing is I just keep it as honest as possible. Even when restaurants reach out to come do a review, we tell them ahead of time, like, we're going to say our honest opinion. We're not going to, we'll give you feedback. Because let's be honest, most restaurants you go to, you're not going to like every single dish on there, right?
Yeah.
But the way I do my reviews is if I try, like 3 dishes and I like one, I'll make majority of my review on the dish that I liked, and then I can mention the other 2 briefly, but I'll say they're not to my liking.
Okay.
So we try to push people to come try the items that either I like, or what we say is you can come and like formulate your own opinion about the dishes that I didn't like.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
food's very subjective. Like I
No,
said,
that makes sense.
we can go to the same place and have a whole different experience.
So how do you set this deal up? Do you speak to the business owner and propose an idea, or do they reach out, or it depends? Like if they've reached out, it might be a different way that you might set that deal up versus you reaching out. Like how does that work?
The only time I reach out to restaurants is during Ramadan. Otherwise, otherwise, if I like a place, I'll just go do the review. I'll pay out of pocket. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when we do get, بس alhamdulillah, restaurants will reach out when they see that you have the engagement and the views and whatnot. So I usually, if I like a place and they haven't reached out, I'm just gonna go do the review, and like I'm not trying to be the and reach out to the restaurant and be like, oh, I'm only gonna release a video if you pay me, type of thing. I don't really do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. There's people that operate in that sense, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know, the person is still coming to give you time and effort, and if they do have that following, they're still gonna bring you business. So I think it's a fair exchange for them to get, you know, compensated for it.
It's not even about that. I honestly feel the way that you do it allows for the freedom for you to give your full honest opinion, because sometimes what happens in a sponsorship deal is that like like because they're so nice and because you're getting maybe the meal on the house, like, you know, there's a bit of bias. But this way, when you buy, you know, you just buy 3 random meals, you leave, and then you're just shooting comfort of your home. You have absolute freedom to say whatever you want and give an honest review. That's where you find the value in your videos.
I also like, so what I tell even other like any food bloggers in the city, don't really sell your opinion, sell your exposure, if that makes sense. And even if the restaurant reaches out and says, yo, we'll pay you X amount of dollars to come out and do a video for us, be like, yes, sure, but my opinion is going to be my opinion. And it's going to be a legit review. Because, by the way, that's the best way your business as a restaurant will benefit. Because let's say, okay, a restaurant reaches out to me and says, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars. Can you come do a review? I'll be like, okay, but my review is going to be honest. They agree to that. You go in, you do an honest review. So you'll say like, oh, okay, dish A was amazing. Dish B, C, D, I didn't really like because of whatever the reasons are.
Okay.
And when you as a viewer see that video, you're going to be like, okay, so he said dish A is good. I'm going to try it. Dish A fits, you know, it's actually good. So he, like, that builds your reputation. Now dish B, C, D, you're either going to like it or it's going to be exactly what I said, which is it's not good. That way, the customer, when they come in, they're not expecting, oh my God, this place is amazing, but it's actually not that good.
Okay.
You're gonna leave the place. First of all, you're gonna probably have a worse experience just because you got fooled in a way, right? Because you're like, oh, this person hyped it up so much. I came, spent my money, time, and it's nowhere near what they said it is, you know? So you walk away with a bad experience. Whereas if you already have an idea of, okay, this place is like mediocre in these dishes and good in this item, you come in, you're like, you know what, you're more open-minded, and when you leave, you're not going to have such a bad experience. You're going to be like, you know what, it's exactly what he said, and I came based on the video, and it's exactly what he said. You're more likely to leave like a decent review than a bad review on the store.
Do you find as a business owner, you don't have the time to create content? Just like how all these other businesses are doing it. Seems like they're on social media all the time. How do they have the time to work? You run your business and we'll handle the marketing. If this is something that interests you, make sure you click the link down below to get a free consultation and we'll get you set up.
What motivates you to keep going every day, or even the restaurant? Is it your love for and passion for food? Is it more you like the art of doing reviews? Has it become a hustle for you now? Like, this is actually how you make your living?
I think it's just, I like to create like fun videos, you know, or like and make the city alive. Because there's this old thing where it's like, oh, Ottawa's boring, Ottawa's this, that, the other. Personally, I think a city's as boring as its people. So if you think it's boring, it's gonna be boring. If you want to change your city, just do what you want to do, right? Like, find a passion of yours and do it to your best ability and see how you can impact your city with it. So me, I enjoy food. I think food connects a lot of people in different ways, especially when you go to like cultured food, right? Like you get to experience people's cultures through their food.
That is one benefit we have in Ottawa, that it's very multicultural. So you do have access to a lot of different type of cultures, food, and even different like brands within the culture for you to taste test.
Absolutely, yeah, we do. And well, Ottawa is known to be #1 capital of shawarma as well, so that's a big one. But you'd be surprised, a lot of places might not even know what shawarma is or haven't tried what shawarma. So it's fun to be in Ottawa. I think it's a great city. It's a growing city, and it has a lot of potential. You just got to give it a chance.
For sure. I have family overseas, and sometimes I tell them, because shawarma is huge in Europe.
Yeah.
And I tell them like, just Google the world's shawarma capital, and they'll just look at me confused and do it, and then Ottawa comes up, and they'll be like, no way. I'll be like, yeah, I don't even have to say anything else.
We have a lot of shawarma shops. Like I think every part of the city has at least 10.
So I have to ask you,
Yeah.
give me your top 3 shawarma in Ottawa on a genuine tip, no bias, nothing, just straight taste.
I'll give you my top 2.
Okay, we'll go top 2.
I'll give you my top 2. For me, I'll start with the second one. Okay, Chef Shawarma. These guys are in the East End. So if you're ever in the East End and you want a place to try, definitely hit them up.
Nice.
The second one, or not the second place, but like first place for me is Shawarma Palace. Main reasons, these guys have been doing it for 20 plus whatever years, and the consistency that they have, the quality of food, and the quantity of food that you get. I think they've been doing it the longest and the best.
Yeah.
So for me, they're number 1. Number 2, like I said, Chef Shawarma in the East End. Their chef is very detail oriented. It's a very clean place. Highly recommend if you're ever in the East End to give them a try.
Yeah, honestly, if you sponsor the Ottawa Senators, then it only makes sense that you get crowned best in the city. And not just for the sponsorship. They've been around. They're the OGs. I do personally love their shawarma. And was it them that came out with the crispy shawarma? Was it them that made that viral? Honestly, I tried it with them the first time, so I don't even know. But
crispy shawarma, I think, started in the States. A restaurant named Ammu Sami, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Which is a thing that, in the Middle East was just the way they make shawarmas anyway. But
which is how? How do they do it?
They I guess they paint it with, or they cover it with oil or grease on the outside to give it that extra crunch. Some of them even throw it onto the shawarma spit itself, the grill, just to give it that char. But Ammu Sami, I guess what happened was he was doing it like that for a few years, but then it was the social media effect where I think somebody took a video of it and it just blew up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And it's branching into sujo now. Do you see?
Yeah,
the crispy sujo.
exactly. So I think it's just social. That was a lot of these things that they've been done for years, but social media comes into play and makes it viral.
The power of social media.
Exactly.
So for you right now, social media, is it just spreading your own brand? Do you offer services? How do you operate on social media?
It's mainly my brand, and then we do social media marketing for certain restaurants in the city. But majority of it is, like I said, there's only two sides to my thing. It's my page, which is 2Bites, and then social media marketing on the other side.
With social media marketing, you mentioned earlier that you bring scripts in. Is it just on the media and scripting side that you offer services, or do you have a technical aspect to it where you're working with the conversions and the CPCs and all of that?
We're not into that yet. Like I said, we're only starting with social media marketing, and we still have a long way to learn. So we're just dabbling in that and trying to figure everything else.
For sure. I mean, if you ever need help in that space, definitely reach out.
I heard you guys are the people for it.
If honestly, my 2 cents on the whole thing is just, if you have a strong brand that you're going to run ads off of, it'll help a lot. It'll go a long way. Your lead actually costs a lot less because they have to do a lot less to actually acquire the lead. So you end up paying less. So that's why, tapping in with you for higher brand recognition, for example, will even elevate them further and set them up on their social media to then start running ads on that after.
That's fair. That's actually good info for us to keep in mind.
Yeah, for sure. So what's the future looking like for you? Are you looking to branch off of food reviews? Are you looking into getting into culinary yourself, like a restaurant? What does the future look like for Waddah and 2BiteReviews?
For me, so restaurant wise, I don't think I would be stepping into that space at the moment. I think I would still wait, or I would do it differently, but that's something way down the line. In terms of the page, next steps would be to expand outside of Ottawa and go provincial, maybe Toronto or slightly outside, go to MTL or Montreal, just to start with certain cities that are not too far, but they do have a lot more options when it comes to food, especially halal food, because my page is strictly halal. It's only places that I would eat at or be comfortable at, enjoying a meal. I'll post those. Otherwise, I don't really post any other videos, to be honest.
Without, going into details, because I understand like confidentiality and I respect that, but have you ever been in a position where you showed up, and mind you, it doesn't even have to be like you meeting up with the owner, but you just showed up to the restaurant and you're like, nope, and then you walked out?
Yeah, that's happened. Yeah. The thing is, so every business will have a bad day, right? If you go into a business and you don't like their food the first day, maybe it's because they had a bad day. So sometimes, if this place is popular or if this place is just starting out, for example, I try to go once or twice at least to get like a better picture of what the place is. And if it completely goes terrible, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't happen very often. It's like very rare that it does happen. But I try to give more than one chance, because, like I said, sometimes it could just be a disgruntled employee of a restaurant that will give you a bad experience.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't really blame an employee for an establishment. Mm-hmm. So you try to separate certain things, and you try to look at things without a bias in any way. So I tend to go like once or twice if I do have a bad experience at a spot.
Is there like research aspect to it, I guess? So you'll work your way up to being like, okay, I'm gonna do a review for this, or sometimes it's spontaneous, like, okay, let me go try this spot out. I know I'm gonna do a review, and whatever happens.
It's more of the second, to be honest, because like I said, sometimes if I see a spot, either people recommend a spot to me, or like I see it on socials, or I just find it on, like, let's say Google Maps, for example. I'll see what their menu is. I'll see, if they're halal, whatever, this, that, and the other, and then I just go. I'll be like, let me go try it out.
Having a website with no CRM is the same thing as having a storefront with no inventory in the back. We don't just build websites. We program the brain behind them. A custom website with a powerful backend designed for your business, capturing data, automating follow-ups, and turning visitors into real customers. Make sure you click the description below for a free consultation, and we'll see you soon.
You finish all the food that you present in your reviews?
So during Ramadan, because most of the filming happens before iftar, we actually don't finish the food. We don't even get to taste the food.
Okay.
But, this is why, by the way, this is one of the reasons why we don't do reviews during Ramadan, is because we don't actually get to taste the food.
Okay.
So, and majority of the places that I usually present in Ramadan are spots that I've been to, or I know like have good food. Do we finish the food? No. We pack it, and some of it we give away. If I go for a review, the thing is, it's a bit different. I try not to overeat so that like I can taste a few things.
Okay.
So I try to hold myself back. I don't really, but I know a place is good when I take the food back home and I finish it all.
Like that's where the real experience is back home.
Exactly.
Huh?
Like when I take home whatever is left over and I kill it, that's a good spot.
You've tasted a lot of food. You've been to a decent amount of restaurants. Like, what's your experience now with food?
Like, even if you go to, let's say chain restaurants, you're gonna get a different experience at different locations. I post places that I just regularly go to, so I don't. Okay. Like I don't really eat at the high places. This is something that I do want to get to, right? Where, we do more dine-in videos, and get those experiences. But I think the city's still lacking when it comes to those restaurants, because we don't have a variety of halal, like actually halal dine-in restaurants. But they are starting, and other restaurants are catching on, and they're offering halal options. But majority of the time when you go to those restaurants, you're eating the pastas and whatnot. So I don't really feel that any difference in the food that I eat out and the food that I just eat on a regular basis, because the reviews I do are about places that I regularly go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a good recommendation for a halal diner? Like diner food that's halal in Ottawa?
What type of diner food? Like what do you look?
Maybe similar to like Zaki's or Denny's, something like that,
Go
where
to
they
Marcelo's.
offer Marcelo's and
Yeah,
it's halal.
Marcelo's on Walkley. So they
Okay.
have two locations somewhere, but the Marcelo's on Walkley is the one that actually is halal, and they have very good food.
Oh, and they offer breakfast and they offer
Um,
burgers, like the whole.
they have a big menu, but I don't think they get into breakfasts. They do have a big menu though. Like you get burgers, protein bowls, pizza, I believe some fried food as well. It's a very good spot to go.
Marcelo's, definitely check that out. Local, the one on Walkley, it's halal, so that's a good recommendation. Speaking about breakfast, for you, what's your favorite meal of the day?
Ghada, which is what people call dinner, I guess, or a lunch. I think that would be my meal.
What is your absolute favorite meal? Like 10 out of 10.
Ooh, I would have to go home cooked meal first, and the home cooked meal that I would go with is kusa mahshi. I think that for me is elite food, which is
Explain it to the viewers that don't know what kusa mahshi is.
it's stuffed zucchini, and it's stuffed with rice, ground beef, diced up veggies, and usually a sauce is added on it as well, like a tomato sauce. It's a very, very good dish, and if you haven't tried it, get one of your Arab friends to make it for you. I know this is your
take on
podcast,
that.
but let me ask you, who has better cooking, your grandma or your mom?
Oh, that's a tough one. So the way that I see it is my grandma is the one who taught my mom how to cook, so I have to give my grandma the stripes. But you just your mom's cooking is home, and no one can, you know.
He's trying to be diplomatic, guys. He's gonna call me tonight. Nobody's feeding him.
That's a tough question. He put me on the spot with that one. No, man. But for you, so you prefer home cooking and like that kind of food, like the cultural food, over like your classical takeouts and that kind of stuff.
I think they both provide two different experiences, but like nothing beats a home cooked meal, right?
Okay.
As much as you go out to restaurants and whatnot, I think a home cooked meal just has a comfort that no restaurant will ever bring to you, right?
Yes, sir. Are you more of a rice guy or a bread guy?
Well, I think rice, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think rice.
Ugh, I can't relate. Wallah, I'm a straight bread guy. I love my
Really?
sandwiches and tirmis, but with rice, like, what is it? Is it the filling aspect? You like the taste? You like the fact that it goes well with the stews? Like, what is it with that? Are you used to it?
I think it's just culture based. I think I grew up in a household where rice was like the main part of the dish. Yani you get rice chicken, rice laham, rice.
Sah,
You
sah.
know, it's pretty much in every dish.
Yeah. So when you go to shawarma, you're definitely a plate guy.
Oh yeah, but when I go to shawarmas, by the way, I don't get rice.
All potatoes only.
I just get potatoes,
Oh.
protein, or like yani chicken or beef.
Nice.
And I usually do beef only, by the way.
Okay.
My order when I go to Palace, for example, potatoes, beef, hummus, and sometimes I skip out even on the pickled veggies, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the healthy one. That's actually very healthy. He got everything.
That was like my gym days. So I would pack all my carbs and protein from that plate.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Are there any hacks for the viewers when you're going to order shawarma? Little things that you can suggest or ask for. I know, for example, like if you ask for the pomegranate syrup,
Ooh, that's a good
that's
one.
one thing you can do. Do you have anything else?
If you go to shawarma restaurant shops, my recommendation is go to places that either have high volume or if you go to smaller restaurants or like smaller shops, make sure they have smaller pins. Otherwise, you're probably getting meat that's been there for like a week.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you go to places that have high volume, even if they have a big spit on the machine, they're usually moving so much that you're getting like fresh product.
yeah.
Whereas if you go to smaller ones,
They just reuse the same thing over.
yeah. And by the way, this might be controversial, but I get hummus in my sandwiches, not garlic.
Oh, so like no garlic at all.
I don't really enjoy garlic as much.
Is there a reason why? Like, is it overdone at this point for you, or you just don't even prefer the taste?
No, it's not. I don't prefer the taste. I don't mind it if I eat it, I'm not gonna mind it. But my preference is hummus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hummus, honestly, is the goat because it's really good for you. It still gives you that garlic sauce like kind of vibe,
Yeah.
but it's made with chickpeas. Have you seen garlic sauce be made?
Yes. I actually used to work at a shawarma shop.
Oh no way! Which
Yeah.
shawarma spot?
They closed down, but the place is called David's Pizza and Shawarma. It was on in Uplands area.
Oh
If anyone
my
knows.
man, I'd love to, hear about that. Like, what were you up to then? Were you just cooking? Were you in the back?
It's 2026 and you're not capitalizing on your Google reviews, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. At Maple Media, we take pride in making sure that you dominate your presence on Google. From QR codes to automated systems to turn every single customer into a 5-star review. So what are you waiting for? If you're ready to grow, make sure you click the link in the description for a free consultation.
Like a bit of both, I guess. Because I was doing shawarma at the time, and this was during like I think high school days. It was like, yeah, it was honestly fun job.
What were they paying at that time? Like $10 an hour, something like
I
that.
think yeah, something like that. To be honest, it was minimum wage was, I think it might have been less. To be honest,
Okay.
yeah, minimum wage wasn't. I don't think it was like a crazy high number.
Yeah, yeah. It was before the inflation and all that.
Yeah,
Did you get a hookup to get that job, or
Yeah,
or you
100%.
walked in?
no, 100% hookup.
Okay,
My
nice.
dad knew the owner, and
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Because shawarma spots, honestly, are not easy to work for. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much. I applied for many myself, but they're pretty local. And, I actually worked at a diner. That's what I
word.
was asking you about when I worked
Oh,
at
okay.
Denny's around that time. So I got the restaurant experience too,
Okay.
just not shawarma. So if you can tap into one kind of business in your space,
Yeah.
what would that be? Would it be fine dining? Would it be fast food? Would it be, something in the middle? Like, what's your vibe?
I think whatever food that I enjoy, I wouldn't choose one or the other because they're totally different experiences. And when you go for fine dining, it's usually like you're looking for something elevated. You're looking for, and it's a special occasion, or you want a better experience. It's not an everyday thing. Whereas if you're going to yani, more comfort food and whatnot, that's like a everyday. You're not really like too picky on the spot. The atmosphere probably different. So I think they both have two different things to offer, and I wouldn't pick either of them because I would go for both.
Great answer. Tell me about a time that your wildest food review, like just
Oh.
something went left field or something crazy happened. Like without having to give up the name, what is the craziest experience you've had in this space?
So there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes. Yani before, let's say a restaurant reaches out to me and I know nothing about them, right? Or they have like zero reputation in terms of like halal or this, that, and the other. I actually tend to ask for proof of halal. So I don't really just take the certificate that most restaurant gets from like their supplier. I don't really care about that. I usually go for like invoices, recent invoices as well. And I try to check a few things on the invoice to make sure that you're actually getting what you're saying you're getting. And if that checks out. And if you're a halal restaurant, by the way, I'm not saying you need to share this with every person that walks through the door, but if I'm coming to make a video and people are going to see it and they might come based on that, I'll definitely be asking. And if you're hesitant to share that kind of stuff, I tend to just call the deal off. So we've had one before where you ask, so they give you the whole spiel of like, oh yes, we're halal, this, that, and the other. We make the video, we film all that. And then when you come to ask them for proof, they start to shy away from it, or they try to go away from it or hide the fact that they're like, oh no, we can't share this because of confidentiality, this, that, and the other. Even though you specify that none of it is going to make it to the public eye, it's just for my sake. So we had one incident like that, and they kept running away from the fact that we wanted proof, and they never showed proof, so we just canceled the deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That, like, I guess it comes down to the confidence, right? Like if you can stand behind your meat and the fact that you're authentically buying halal product,
Yeah.
there's no need for you to say confidentiality this or whatever, giving you headache over that. If anything, when you go to the actual good restaurants that sell halal,
Yeah.
it's something they take pride in.
Exactly.
Something that they're so open about. Like, yes, of course, come see, and they want to give you that, you want you to feel good about it. So that's crazy that that's happened. And yeah, so when that happens, there's no way for you to even let people know, or how do you deal with that? Because right now, um, it's a bit of a tough situation because based on their behavior, you can almost insinuate that there's something going on,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, you don't want to put it out. So for
You can't
you,
be
how,
100% sure. So that I try not to, I keep it offline. But if I do get asked, I don't shy away from it. I'll be like, honestly, this is what happened. I wouldn't recommend, or if you want to go, this is what happened, like some people don't mind it. Some people will be like, oh, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. So I just tell people to, everything that I know and the experience that happened with me, then they can make their own decision.
okay.
And even in my videos, when I say, like, yes, I post halal food and food that I'm only comfortable eating, and I try to give as much information as I can, so that you, the viewer, can just make a decision on yourself. I don't need to make a decision for you and be like, oh, okay, no, you're gonna go eat here. No, I provide all the information. Yes, I'm comfortable eating here, and then if you're comfortable following that, then so be it, type of thing.
For sure. Now, I want to pick your brain on something. If you've looked at a lot of industries, you look at maybe like broadcasting, you look at music, TV.
Yeah.
When you look at 20, 30 years ago and moving forward to now, it's always been like the professionals in that industry. You know what I mean? Like, for example, with music, it was only like artists that were able to get into a studio, and they had to be signed for record label and all this crazy stuff to even get them to the point where they can even do their art.
Yeah.
Fast forward nowadays, every second person has an interface and a microphone and is uploading their music on Spotify and the sorts.
True.
Now that we're at a point, you're looking at the last 20, 30 years ago, it was like Gordon Ramsay and like, Kitchen this and, I don't know the names exactly, but like that was the kind of food reviews people were used to digesting.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of became a trend with, the fast food media that's nowadays with social media and with the way that people consume media. Do you think that this is just a trend right now, the way that the food reviews is happening? Or, where do you think it's headed, especially now that there's AI in the mix? Another thing too is like at some point, everyone's tried every restaurant, or is it something that's going to continue to grow? Do you have to adapt and change? Mind you, the industry is also getting a lot more competitive. Every second day now, someone's doing a food review. So I just want to get your whole take on all of that. Like, where is it headed? Is it a fad? And how are you keeping a competitive advantage ahead of everyone else in the market?
I think in any industry, it doesn't matter. You don't even need to keep it specific to food, for example. Any industry, if you yourself are not creative enough to stay in it, you're not going to be in it. If you don't work at your craft, you're not going to stay in it. So when it comes to, you're right. Like, so for example, in Ottawa, in the last maybe year and a half, the amount of food pages that have opened, and by the way, that's not a bad thing. I actually encourage people to open pages and just do what they're passionate about and post. Because nowadays, social media is like a currency. So opening a page is not a bad thing. Inviting competition is not a bad thing. Competition creates creativity. So I like, and when there's more pages, you sit back and you're like, what am I going to do different? So my video, looks different to theirs, or feels different to theirs, or gives a different experience to theirs, right? So it's about the individual and how creative they are. If you're not creative enough, you'll get crushed. And I'm not saying I'm very creative either. It's very tough. But you try to do as much as you can to differentiate yourself without losing yourself. Because majority of people follow a person for their personality. Or they connect with you based on your personality. So try to keep who you are in the videos as much as you can.
Okay, so there is a personality aspect to it. So like you're trying food, you're telling people about the food you like, you're opening people's eyes to different restaurants, but at the end of the day, people are actually still buying into you as a person, you as a brand, as a personality. So that's pretty much what it is that's gonna keep people alive in this kind of space.
Exactly, because like you said, you mentioned AI. AI is never gonna have.
Maple Media helps create powerful ads and manages every single thing for you on platforms like Google Ads, Meta, LinkedIn, and TikTok. If this is something that interests you, click on the link below for a free consultation, and one of our associates will reach out to you.
The personality that you have, unless maybe AI is gonna be that intelligent one day where it clones you to that point. But I think when it comes to it, is like. Yeah, I mean, they can't really take your personality in a way. So like, even if they make videos with AI, which I think is happening now, the differentiator between that is your personality and what you bring to camera.
The AI aspect of things, though, just to put it into perspective, is even the ability to like look like and sound like someone else.
Yeah.
So like, for example, I can look like and sound like you, but then have my own personality now that now puts a, switch on who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And that's where things can get crazy, and that's, again, just version 1.0, like when things, advance even further. And like you said, maybe even clone and microchips in the brain and of that sort. But that's kind of the unknown and where that's heading. But do you find that at all, like, a threat to the competition, or even like something to consider at all?
Well, AI is it's here, so you definitely have to consider it. Is it a threat? I don't know. It's just you just have to be creative. To be honest, I don't think it's a threat in a way. Anything can be a threat if you look at it in that sense, right?
Okay.
So you just have to look at things and see where are the spaces that it cannot replace me. It's not gonna take my personality. It's not gonna take this. It's not gonna take this. It's never gonna be like me, fully, right?
Yeah.
So I think just bet on yourself in that sense, and you'll be good.
100%. No, I love that answer. And you know what I mean? You just gotta, at the end of the day, give it your all and, tackle it one brick at a time. So, and that kind of sums up Founder's Fortune,
Let me give you a question, though.
Yeah, what's up?
What's your broke meal? What's
my broke meal?
Yeah, like your go-to broke
meal. So it depends on where I'm at. So what, like if I had any choice to go anywhere?
No, your broke meal is your meal that you eat.
Like if you're broke at home?
Yeah, like there's no money coming in or whatever. It doesn't even have to be a money thing, by the way. It's just like a meal that you eat.
To save money?
Like, maybe not even to save money. Maybe it started as a thing that you were doing like during, let's say, uni days or like college days or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you still do it now, not because you're broke, but you just enjoy that meal, and that meal is going to stay with you no matter what.
Honestly, there's a way that Palestinians make eggs with olive oil, and you have to follow a specific like recipe down to the timing, to the amount of salt, pepper. You got to scramble it a certain way, and then you have it with pita bread and olive oil after, and it's just different. Trust me, I know eggs is not like the most appetizing thing.
It's not,
but trust me, the way this one is made, I'm sure this will convert the non-egg likers into maybe like liking it a little bit. But that's me being honest. Like I just gotta give. But like I've had my fair share. I've had pita bread by itself. I've had cereal and milk. Raisin brand, mind you, not even the good kind. So I've gone through it. I've had we call them struggle packs, but so how about you? What are yours?
I like chickpeas. Like if you warm up chickpeas, they're like whole chickpeas, by the way. You boil them. I think that's a good one. And what I usually do, so I had another one where during school days we'd get like chips and cheese sandwich, Lay's chips, plain, and cheese. Those were elite. During Ramadan, I do dates and the best sandwich I've had during Ramadan, dates, and you just put them in bread and you roll it up.
Interesting.
Probably the best sandwich you can do.
Definitely, we'll have to try that one.
Yeah.
And we'll leave you guys on that one as a cliffhanger for part 2. Dates and bread. Honestly, I've never tried it, but I'll definitely get to it. But appreciate you, Wadah, for coming out to the podcast and doing this with us. Thank you so much from Maple Media and Founders Fortune. Make sure you check out Wadah 2BiteReviews. We'll put the link in the description for you guys to check out his social media, what he's up to, and most importantly, because right now it is trending, his Ramadan series. If you have
Absolutely.
anything else that you want to say as well.
No, that's thank you for having me. And honestly, this was fun. So good luck with it. And inshallah does well.
Thank you.